Yes, are you aware that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar says he will go to court over the election result to contest the result? Are you aware, sir?
I'm very much aware of that.
Okay, so do you think he might win this case in court if perhaps he carries on with this?
He's 5,000% right.
Win. The fact that they have already hijacked the judiciary, I think he will win.
I don't think.
Nigeria has done the right thing. They have voted President Muhammadu Buhari.
Whosoever has win, God should provide for us and provide for the masses and individuals. That is all.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, has said that he is not happy about the results of this presidential election and says he will go to court to contest the results. That's the latest story out of Nigeria. Guys, good evening. Welcome to Legit.ng TV. My name is Damilare Okunla. And of course, in this episode of Strategies, we want to ask Nigerians if they think Atiku going to court will yield anything positive. Do join in as we find out from Nigerians.
I don't think.
Why don't you think so?
Because Nigeria, there's nothing like judiciary. There's no judiciary in Nigeria. If it's like America or other thing, yes. But Nigeria, is going to happen is just like a kangaroo court. It might be there, the tenure of 4 years tenure might finish. Why is still a battle in the court? That is the only thing. The Nigeria cannot go into court and be assured that you are going to court to obtain justice. This is what happened in Nigeria. Corruption has gotten to the highest level. And we have to tackle it. Now we're talking with our mouth. Every time we're talking of corruption, where we are still on it. Even look at the election that just took place. Everything was just like everywhere, not only one party. It's fraudulent election, I can call it. And I pray that God might do something to Nigeria, because Nigeria have been blessed by God. And we are the one that are also spoiling, putting ourselves to problem, because Nigeria blesses this country with many things, but we Nigerians are the cause of our problems. But how are we going to stop it? It's only God that knows, because we are not putting an effort.
There is a possibility, if he has the facts, if he's able to produce evidence of fraud, of rigging, of anything that could go against the decision of INEC. And I'm sure the court will receive that as evidence and be able to, decide if actually there was rigging or not. Okay, so there is a possibility that could be one of the things that may happen.
But you know, it has never happened before in our country.
There's always a first time. For the first time, the opposition won. That was last election. So that was a first time. So if there is evidence to show that the election was not free and fair, so there could be a first time of nullification. So everything is possible.
The fact that they have already hijacked the judiciary, I think he will win.
Who hijacked it?
But this government, we know what's happening with Onoga now. Even if Onoga is a criminal, as they allege, and they are taking him to court, the process that they have gone through already has already shown that there are discrepancies in the criminal justice in Nigeria. And then somebody is now going to court for that same judiciary that has got somebody who is loyal to the president as head. It will be difficult for Atiku to win, even if Atiku was meant to win. And beside that, I feel Atiku going to court is just to make a statement, in the sense that, well, the election was rigged. But normally in Nigeria, elections are rigged. Almost every day, they rig election. And apart from just rigging the elections, Atiku going to court may end up with maybe, okay, now let me put it this way. Nigeria, they did the election and it was rigged. Is it court process that will not be rigged? The court process cannot be balanced. So there's no hope. In Nigeria, personally, I've made up my mind that I will never vote again. I will never cast my election. I worked 4 months, for example, to do this last election. If they did a proper election and we are happy about it, then that's okay. I've never seen an election where a president won and people are sad. Almost everybody I talk to, they are like, oh, what is this? So as far as I'm concerned, no election happens in Nigeria. It has been like that for some time, but it has become aggravated. It has become in a worst case presently. So Atiku going to court is just to make a statement that at least he went to court. But as for me, this kind of country we are in now, nothing works.
He won't win.
Election does not work.
So he won't win.
I don't think he will. But I know that from all indication and the kind of things that happen in the election, he may have won the election. He may have won the election. I won't say he won the election. But going to court, don't do anything. It's a waste of time. But I will still advise that he goes so that it will be on in history that at least he made an attempt to try to that he contested the result. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think he will win because the country, the way it is right now, there's nothing about winning because the election itself, the same group that made the election to happen the way it happened, will also make a court case happen the way it happened. So, in short, they will be they'll be stronger than what they did before. So winning is, in my opinion, practically near impossibility. But we never can tell, Sha. Something may just happen.
I never can tell because the way the election went, everybody was scared about it, and I'm not really happy with the election. I'm not happy with the election because if like when they did it 4 years back, before that day they announced it, I think Jonathan gave up. So I don't see any reason why there should be issues. Like yesterday, what they were doing in aggregate was terrible. I don't know, but I believe something can still come out. But all we pray is for a good governance. That's all.
Of course, there's no point going to court. If he goes to court, he's not going to win. So it's better for him to accept the defeat and let's move ahead.
But the reports that he has serious evidence against the APC that he rigged the election, do you think this evidences will be enough for him to win in court?
Well, I'm not a politician, but you need to understand the power of incumbent, and we know what is happening from the top. So we've had similar experiences in our state election, even though the case is still on now. So even if Atiku presents every evidence he thinks he has, he will not still win. So it's better for him to just let it go. Let's move ahead. So it's just 4 years from now, and Buhari will step down.
At all. Nigeria has done the right thing. They have voted President Muhammadu Buhari, which I believe that is the will of the people. So that's all.
So you don't think Atiku might win going to court?
At all. Because as far as I'm concerned, the INEC officers have already performed their duty, which I believe they have really tried. Even the observer from other countries also even commended the INEC officer. So for that, we accept the winner.
I don't think so, because someone that has power, that is holding power, it is very difficult for you to collect power from his hand. You understand? For instance now, if devil is holding power, there's no way he can collect power from devil.
You collect power from devil?
He can't collect power from devil now, because devil is holding power now. There's no way he can collect power. So my prayer is that whosoever that enter this seat, you understand, as Buhari enter now, make everything change. Make this country transform, because I don't know where this country is heading to. You understand? Everyone is suffering, masses is suffering. As I'm talking to you now, since morning I have not eaten. You understand? I'm not looking for a way, carrying fire up and down, looking for a way to eat. So I'm very, very angry and I'm frustrated right now as I'm talking to you, bros. So anybody that will enter, make God provide for us. You understand? Provide food, even though food, make God provide food for us first, before we talk about any other needs. You understand? So that is it.
So that's like basically what you need personally.
That is what I need. That is what I know. It's not personally for the masses. You understand? For the masses, because I have overcome some. Now, this minute now, it hasn't been 1 minute. I just passed this road. 3 people has begged me for food. Because I want chop. I want chop. I want chop. I want chop. So
you have not eaten.
I'm not eating. So even when they ask you the question, you say will be hungry, but you don't have choice. But you understand? That is all. Because even let me tell you something. Atiku, Buhari, you understand? Trust nobody. You understand? Only what you have to do is keep on praying to God to help our condition in this country. That is.
Did you vote in the last election? Did you vote?
To sincere with you, I'm hungry. I can't vote. I don't vote. I don't vote. I don't vote. You understand? I have voter's card. I have PVC, but I don't vote because I don't trust.
If you want me to tell you the truth, as for me, there's no point of anybody fighting over this. the victory has been given to the president. So there's no point for all this. If it were to be Atiku that won these elections, Buhari would have been fighting to go to court. As you see, now that Buhari has won, Atiku will fight to go to court. So the victory should just remain.
So you think there's no point going to court?
There's no point.
Because he may not win?
Not that he may not win, but the interval is too short, 4 years. After that, I think Atiku can still come out.
You think he might win then when it comes?
Well, let him just try. You know, Buhari tried it many times, and he finally won. So if Atiku will muzzle up like that, no problem.
Election has been rigged. You are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian, and we know what is happening. Because from all the polling units I visited, PDP was taking the rule in the entire Lagos state. I called my state too. I don't know how many wards we have here, but everywhere I called, they told me PDP is leading. I'm from Ebonyi State. And so many others from Abia State too, they were talking about how PDP is just winning everywhere. What the Adamawa State, PDP has it. Taraba, Jalingo, Nasarawa including, half of Kano, you understand? Kaduna, all of them, PDP.
How did you know all of this?
Why? I am very, very well informed now. Don't you know what social media does to the... I'm on social media.
Majority of Nigerians are saying that he's not likely to win this case, even if going to court is just a formality or just one of those things. They believe he is not likely to win. So I want to know what you think as well. Do you think he might win? But some people are saying yes, he stands a chance if the court process goes as it should be. It might be the first time in Nigeria's history. Big shout out to Emmanuel, sorry, the man behind the camera. And everybody out there for joining us this another episode of Street Gist on the streets of Lagos. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Have a lovely day ahead.